Eloise. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I got my coffee, which has got cream in it today. I put some cream for my coffee instead of using coconut. See how my body gets on with that. It's yummy. So I've got my card, I've got my coffee. Let's get some people on here. Hello, everyone joining. Hey Warren, how are you? I'm gonna go on my live. Let's do that. And I like my own video. Don't forget to like it. Good morning. Don't forget to like this video. Good morning, Warren. Who else is there? Pop up a message saying, hey, tell me where you're watching from. Picked out a card for today. And it is blessed. But it's blessed in the upside down position, in the protection position. It's like, oh, beautiful card. Oh no, it's upside down, which means the opposite. I'm tomorrow. Oh, Thursday's so great. You're going to love it. I actually had a good morning this morning. I woke up too early though. I wanted more sleep. But I woke up at 6, so that's what it is. I'm trying to go to bed earlier and go to sleep earlier, but I'm going to bed earlier and not going to sleep earlier. Still waking up at 6. So this morning I went and took my laundry to the laundry lady. It's kind of nice to be out first thing in the morning, riding my bike. Saying hello to the man at the back there. He was pottering around and having a cigarette. And I've done some readings as well that people ordered in while I was asleep. So yeah, I'm good this morning. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. The laundry lady is good. Yeah. And I needed to drop it off early this morning because it's got some of my training stuff that I'll need later on. So she's on the way to training. And so she washes my wraps and then I go along. All of my other laundry won't be dry, but the wraps will be dry, so I take them off the line. It's so good. She doesn't hand wash it now. She's got a machine. She does a lot of washing. So she looks after a guest house as well, like a hotel thing. And so she does all the laundry for that, all the towels, all the sheets and all of that. And then other people's laundry too, the guests there and me, or anyone that goes past. But yeah, she's really good. She's really good because she doesn't lose your stuff. Other places here, they lose your stuff or they steal your stuff and start wearing it. So we got blessed, but it's upside down. Let's read what Colette says about this. What I was picking up from this was that if something isn't manifesting in our lives, we've got to change our approach. It means that our approach or who we're being at the moment isn't aligned with it, right? And so we've got to change the approach. So if we're not being blessed with something that we're asking for, something's got to change. We've got to be more authentic is the word that came up for me. It's like you've got to be more authentic. So maybe you've got to be more of yourself to get what it is that you're wanting, or maybe just trying the wrong approach. It came up in someone's reading this morning, is that you can't keep on doing the same thing. You can't make one thing and then expect a lot to come from that. If you've made one thing or if you've taken one approach and then you get a certain amount of success from that, you keep on making other things, like a painter. Like an artist painting a painting and then expecting everything that they've asked the universe for to come from that one painting. It's like, no, they don't do that. You keep on painting. And this is the same kind of thing. It's like, if you're waiting for the results to come from what you already did, from like one approach that you made, and then you're carrying on being who you are, and still expecting it to come, like just waiting, just sitting and waiting and not doing anything else, not making the changes within yourself, then it's just not going to happen. And so this is what Colette says about this card. That's what I was picking up from it anyway. If you're not being blessed, then something needs to change. She says, humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. Yeah. So something's got to change. Something's got to change. You can't keep on pretending you're gonna get what you want out of what you've already done or out of what you're currently doing at the moment. Hey Guame, how are you? Hi Nikki. Yeah. It's a good message. Morning, Claire. Just popping in to say, wow, my soulmate reading was absolutely spot on with my previous readings with you about this. I can take the whole reading. It all resonates. Oh, cool. Awesome, Nikki. I'm ready for my rock bottom blessings. Well, yeah, some people, you might be able to see it in others, right? But rock bottom is an energy that people put out, right? You can see it in others, right? If you've got a friend that keeps on, like is complaining about relationships, say, they keep on meeting the wrong kind of guys and they're complaining about it. And it's really easy, if you're a friend of theirs, it's really easy to see how they're doing it, right? It's like, you're complaining about this as if you're putting out, as if what you're doing is the right thing to get what it is that you want, that relationship that you want, but that's not what you're doing. It's like I had a friend that was just going out getting drunk all the time and just like sleeping with these guys, just like random guys, and then getting really disappointed that they were like really horrible. Like, I'm like, well, maybe you should like get to know a guy first if you want a nice guy, not just pick drunk guys up and not get to know them and then get disappointed in them. It was really clear to me. And in the same way, it's like whatever rock bottom we're at, whether it's in relationships like that or whether it's in business success or lack of it or whatever it is, we often can't see what it is that we're doing. This is why this blast card, it's like, it's upside down. It's like, if you're not getting what you want, your approach, you're keeping yourself at rock bottom. You might not know how. It's okay. Like, don't feel bad if you've been doing something, but yeah, it's a good time to get some help. So that's cool, Nikki, that the soulmate reading was for you. It's cool. I'm going to be doing more videos today because it's the last day in October, so I'm going to do November readings for every star sign. Hopefully I'll get through all of that today. Maybe do some of them tomorrow and not wear myself out like I did when I did the soulmate readings. It's amazing how long it takes. So the soulmate readings were all about 20 minutes each. So 20 times 12, what's that? 24, 240 minutes. So 240 minutes of recording, purely recording. And yeah, add on to that editing, uploading, and all of the other stuff, it was like 10 hours of work. So maybe they'll be a bit shorter than November readings. Or maybe I'll just do half of them today. I was up until 5 last night this morning. Oh, working on a new approach to my wishful manifestations. Oh, well, cool. Nikki, the card is blessed. But it's blessed in protection position, so it's you're not blessed kind of thing. I was saying that if what you want isn't manifesting, it's because you need to change something. You need to try a new approach. Blessed inverted. That's right, Kwame. Or if you were very rich and gave it up and went into the great unwashed and liked it, but had enough and wants the Learjet and yacht back, but can't because the energy is lost. Yeah, in that situation, in that example you've given, Warren, that's about releasing the guilt about it, yeah? The guilt about making a new decision and that didn't turn out to be 100% right for you. I know that one. Because I did the same thing. I had everything in my 20s, like literally everything that I thought, well, that society told me that I wanted. And yeah, I've been through a like rock bottom lack kind of stuff since that, because I gave it all up and I gave a lot of it away. Like I had a lot of money and I gave a lot of it away. And I did charity work for ages. I funded myself in that for ages. And I just pretty much squandered it instead of valuing it. And I regret that. And I felt bad about that. And there's still a part of me that feels bad about that. Not keeping it for myself, not valuing myself to have those things for myself. Yeah, I still feel bad about that. I need to let go of that. So it's not that that energy is lost, it's that you're pushing that energy away. In that example, you're pushing it away by feeling bad about it. Okay, in the daily read today, so for the 31st of October, we have Nikki, you're pushing out loads of different readings and your YouTube channel's growing slowly but surely. Yeah. And Nikki, I know it just like reached 500, which was great. It went to 500 and then it went back to 499. I'm like, oh, you teaser. But yeah, when it gets to 1,000, it's that step where it'll get easier. It'll grow faster. I just need everyone that's a subscriber to tell someone else about it that will want to subscribe, and then I'll have 1,000, right? So I'll do that. I'll tell a friend. And I know, if I keep on doing it, it will happen. It is, it's like the videos, like 3 weeks ago, they were getting 20 views to 40 views, and then it's gone up to like 40 to 60, and now it's like 100 to 150. So it's happening. And when I put them out, I get lots of new subscribers. The Bestie Beetle, I love that car, really. So cool. It's happening, it is happening. So yeah, in the daily read for today, spooky Halloween, and my granddaughter's birthday. Happy birthday. And yeah, it was about changes. So like big changes in our lives, like what do you want to change? It's like focusing on that, choosing the changes that you want, like the big changes, like relocation, new relationship, new job, big changes like that. Happy Halloween. I'm not into the dress-ups. And then I'm not into the partying anymore either. So I'm just going to have a normal day. When I was a kid, my parents told me, oh, they were mean. They told me that if you look in a mirror on Halloween, you'll see ghosts and witches and things behind you. So don't look in a mirror on Halloween. That's a warning. Let that be a warning to you. What else did we have? In the daily read, we had, I believed it too. I was really terrified to brush my hair on Halloween. Okay, we had about being our authentic selves too, and how if we are not being our authentic selves, our true selves, being intimate with the people around us, showing who we really are. So if we're like dimming our light, if we're wearing masks, if we're not showing who we really are, then that means we're around the wrong people. We're around the wrong tribe if we're doing that. Because if we're our authentic self, if we're shining brightly, the people that are around us are going to accept us and encourage us in that and lift us higher. And so that's a sign that you're with the wrong tribe. If you are hiding parts of yourself, or if you're dimming your light, or if you're, you can't speak about your successes or things like that. And so the answer is to not carry on doing that and seeking those people. Is to actually start being your authentic self and take the reactions from those that are around you and let them go. Because it might be that some of the people that are around you can support you and will love you in that. And so if you start being your authentic self, sure, a lot of them are going to drop away. But some of them are going to stick around. And so don't just ditch them all just because you haven't been brave enough to be your authentic self or who you've grown into around them. Do that. Drop the ones that drop away or react to it, and keep the ones that don't, keep the ones that support you. And that's going to move you into that energy of that new tribe. What else? And it was more of the same. It was more about new tribe stuff. Who we surround ourselves with is so important. Like, so important. We pick up on their energies. What do you do, Warren? Show them your inner pervert. Chad was showing us his inner pervert yesterday, wasn't he? We can all imagine what he was doing. See how fast they can run. Yeah, that's a good challenge. See how fast they can run. Be your authentic self and see how fast they run away from you. Run. I was also told I would see my next boyfriend. Oh, really? But I did look in the mirror some years ago in a candlelit setting on Halloween and saw an old warty hag with pointed chin staring back at me. Oh man, Nikki, I love that. Not particularly that experience of yours, but doing mirror meditations, candlelit especially, or as the sun going down, that twilight kind of, looking in the mirror and meditating, it's awesome. You get to see all your past life selves. As you say, you see your true energy. Sometimes I just disappear. Sometimes I've just gone, I can see the whole room and I can't see me anymore. It's such an amazing experience. I haven't done that for ages. I need to do that again because it's such an amazing meditation. Funny about the mirror. In some religions, after a person passes on, mirrors are covered. Oh, really? So that you don't see them. Spooky chat today. I don't like the visuals so much. I had one last night. Oh man, I hate it. I had one last night in the middle of the night. So I'd gone to bed early and I fell asleep, I don't know, about 10 o'clock or something, I guess. I woke up at 1 or something like that. Or maybe it was about 11 that I woke up. Because I had a visual, I opened my eyes and there was someone in the room and I was swinging at him. I thought it was someone for real there and I was throwing punches which weren't connecting. Then I had to jump out of bed and put the lights on to make sure there wasn't someone in my room. I screamed too, so my voice is a bit ooh. So it took me a while to calm down from that. So yeah, the visual stuff it's often freaked me out. I don't like it so much. I like the inner visual stuff. So like when I'm doing my readings, I'll get a vision, but that's just like inside my head, not outside in the room. Your island is filled with ancestors. It's that place. Actually, there didn't used to be anyone living here on this little island. It became a prison island, but that wasn't that long ago. And then there were like 3 families, I think, that were on this island, kind of looking after the prisoners or whatever, or growing the stuff that they needed. And then those 3 families, once the prisoners had gone, those 3 families just kind of carried on inhabiting here. Then tourists started arriving. Tourists had heard about it, started arriving, and just by little long-tail boats and everything, and being on this deserted island. And then, it just kind of grew from there. Yes, I think I'll do it again. It's not scary for me with my alien encounters. What's a few witches or 2? I know witches aren't scary. Even warty hags. Warty hags like past life you, Nikki. When I do the mirror meditations, I see this, it looks like a Southern American face. My eyes go more, it's very much my face. You can still see it's me, but my eyes are more like those almond-shaped eyes. I often see her. Maybe during ancient world times there were others. During World War II. Thailand, is it the only country in the world that's never been taken over by another country? Or is it the only Southeast Asian country that hasn't? But anyway, they've never been taken over. That's good. Stood firm in their tiness. But they did change. What was it? 70 years ago, I think my friend said the other day. It used to be called Siam. Now it's called Thailand. Nicely said, Nikki. We're all aliens. Siam. I am Siamese, if you please. I used to have, like, when I was a kid, I used to have lots of ties to Thailand, like songs that I'd sing. I was the first theatre production I did, because I used to be a bit of an actress and singer as a child, was The King and I. And yeah, so that's it, King and I. Always had a connection with Thailand. Little did I know I'd be living here. Their deities, they're very superstitious, you know. They're very superstitious in Thailand. Like, so superstitious. It's funny and surprising, considering the Buddhist thing, you know. It's like Buddhism, taking responsibility for yourself and your mind. And then they've got this superstitious stuff, like a lot of it, like you wouldn't believe it. A lot of superstition here. Right, let's go deeper into the energies for today. Spookiness. The ancient universe pagans were way before the Buddhists. When did Buddhism start? It's all compared to Christianity and stuff, isn't it? All our like modern religions are quite young, really. This gentle okayness about completion. You know how I was saying about not about having created something in the past. So you did something, you tried an approach, and you're still waiting for the results from it. Like waiting, like when am I going to get all the stuff that I've asked the universe for? Because I made something 5 years ago, and now I wait. Right? This is like being okay that what you did, the approach that you took, whatever you made, whatever you were doing is completed now. You have reaped rewards from it. Maybe you're expecting way too much from it. Maybe you're expecting too much from the universe without playing more of a part in it and being more active in your life. It's like me now, you know, for especially while I was healing myself, my business just kind of ticked over. I wasn't very active. Like some of you have been around for a long time and have seen that. And I go into phases like that, you know. If I'm going through stuff in my personal life, I'm less active in the business. I'm going to try and stop doing that. I'm going to try and keep being more active on it. But letting it take over, and that was that same kind of energy. It's like, you know, sit back and wait. I made this, now let's sit back and wait for it. And it does take over, but it doesn't do anything amazing. But if you get stuck waiting, and some people can do that, you know, if they've got, like, if they watch The Secret and listen to some of the law of attraction stuff, it can sound like that's what you should do, is just, you know, okay, I asked for something, now I sit and wait for it. And it's like, no, that's not living, that's not life. You got to play more of an active part. So instead of sitting back and waiting, you try a new approach. So if you're wanting, like what I realized in my business is, firstly, that I've got to focus on it. I've got to stay focused on creating something for myself instead of getting distracted and working in someone else's business and helping them, which is what I had been doing this year. And get focused on that. But if I'm wanting like regular customers coming in, new customers coming in, that constant flow, that, what's the word I'm looking for? That persistence, kind of, that consistency, right? The consistency. If I want to get consistency back, I've got to be consistent, right? And so that's why I'm doing these videos now. It's like being consistent, putting plenty into it. I'm not sitting back waiting for what I did in the past to reap its rewards. because it has, and it's been reaping its rewards all along. Yeah, it's not giving me everything I've asked the universe for, but why would it if I'm not constantly creating? So now I'm constantly creating, being prolific, and so my business can be prolific back. The universe can be prolific back to me. Of course, I've got to play my part. How are people going to find me or get their messages? Or, I've got to play my part. I've got to do what I do. I've got to put myself out there. And that's about that authenticity as well, being your authentic self, shining brightly. You've got to do that too. You can't sit back and hide in the cupboard. Put a website out there, hide in the cupboard and go, now I wait because I've asked the universe. You can't do that. They all come and go, the religions, yeah. Get rid of the men and marry the business. Marry yourself, really. That's what it's about, right? Doing stuff for yourself. Took a nice, well-deserved break. And now you're rested back in the game. Yeah, and I'm ready for it now, too. Got the energy for it. Hello, Joya. How are you? I'm still doing the deeper into this spookiness that is today. So we've got gentle okayness about completion. This is about be okay about the success you already had, the rewards that you already got from what you did. And then get painting again, get making more, get making new stuff, get prolific, put your energy out there, be yourself, find your tribe by being yourself, letting everyone else fall away. Be unapologetically you. Be strong but relax. So this means you don't need to struggle, right? So this is I'm not saying get out there and struggle and do so much. It's not about doing a lot. Sure, you need to do stuff. You need to be strong and courageous in yourself. Put yourself out there, do stuff. But also relax. It's don't struggle for it. Struggling is not what this is asking for. It's asking for action. It's asking for a new approach. It's asking for you to be authentic, put yourself out there more, allow yourself to shine, but not in a struggle kind of way, because putting struggle out there just gets struggle back. I know, I did that. Oh my God, I did that in my business. When I first started off, I put so much energy into it, and I was just getting so little back from it. And so I wasn't doing these two things. I wasn't first being grateful for what I did get back from it, because that was the level I was at. I wasn't acknowledging the success that I was getting, because I was always looking for more and more and more. And yeah, I wasn't relaxed about it at all. God, no, I wasn't. Coffee. You said be careful. Also giving yourself to the tribe. Huh? What, Warren? I said be careful about giving yourself to the tribe in the daily. It was about getting support too in the daily. Getting support from your tribe. Again, I've said that so many times. We can't go to the wrong people for the support and then expect them to be able to support us. And so if this is you've got your own business and you're looking for customers and you're stepping up, you're wanting more, it's not those same customers that you'll get it from. It's new customers. It's a different approach, new approach. New tribe, yeah. New jobs, Nikki. New tribes and new jobs. Love coffee, but not right now. I'm in bed, awake. You should probably be sleeping. Yes, you should. Maybe you can sleep after this. I mean, maybe your mind will be at rest after this, to hearing whatever you need to hear. Yeah, deeper into the energies today. Oh, this is good advice. Physical action. So we're being asked to take action, right? To take a new approach, to be authentic, to take action. But this is but don't forget to meditate. So this stops you from being in that struggle. It allows you to relax and for the physical action that you take to actually be inspired action. It's I got the I got the inspired action to the inspired idea to focus on my YouTube channel. So I am, and it's much easier than, I don't know, like the inspiration a while ago to put the introductory readings on my website. That's not easy. That's like me working for free on an individual basis. That's not easy. It's not easy at all. In fact, when they first started coming in, there were like 40, 50 people a day. It's ridiculous. That's me working all day, one-on-one. It wasn't even that much fun and not getting paid a thing for it. So yeah, but still it was inspired because it has brought people to me. But yeah, meditate before you take physical action, because that's going to stop you from going into the struggle. That's going to allow you to be relaxed. It's going to make sure that you're taking inspired action. I need to sort this top out. I've lost so much weight that it's way too, they're one size only, but the ties at the back could be lifted up a bit. I'm noticing, watching myself. Looking forward to a new tribe. Feels like you've been waiting forever for the tribe to show up. Well, you got to try a new approach. I think that's what you're doing, because, Nikki, the people you're around are the most important thing about this job. So they're showing you something about yourself. Okay, Joey, where are you? Can't find you now. Professional career. Anyone else want a reading? Pop up a message. Oh no, my card's first. My card's first. Okay, it's just more of the same. This is for me, success and completion. So it's like recognizing the successes I've had up until now and that they're completed. Next phase requires something new from me and will reap new things back for me. Maybe I need to get rid of that introductory reading of my website. It's just like doing a free reading, personal reading for people, private reading for people. Not ideal for me. Yeah. Include lovers. Really not interested at the moment. Don't tell me that. I'm not interested. Like, there's all these guys after me at the moment, and I'm just not interested. I find one very attractive, but I don't want more baggage. I don't want to be connected. He's not right. He's not the right guy for me, so why? But maybe I should. Just for some fun. Maybe the extraterrestrials are your tribe. Go on, man. I'd like to hear what you have to say about my career path. Oh, yeah. It seems like a bit of a career day, doesn't it, with all that guidance? You're appreciating your worth and who you are. That's it. Like, sometimes we've got to be around our non-tribe just to appreciate ourselves. That's a good point, Nikki. It is a really good point. Because if we don't have that experience, it's like, how can we even know our greatness if we don't put ourselves among those that aren't great in the same way? And then we recognize it, don't we? But then we're like, wow, I'm really good. And sometimes we need that. We need that feedback. We need that feedback to own our own value and so that we can shine our light. Okay, Joyo's first. That was a business thing as well, wasn't it? Career, something. Joyo. This is a good one for everyone too. So gratitude with what is flowing. Again, that's like the acknowledging success you've already had, instead of being disappointed by it. So you've got to acknowledge the success, and even that that little step in itself allows more success in. Have you ever been around someone that's like that you're doing something for, but they're just disappointed by it all the time? It's never enough for them. And it makes you think like, fuck you, I'm not going to do it for you again then. If you're not grateful for it, for what I've done, if it's not good enough and you want more. Oh, I used to get that so much in my business when I used to do free readings all the time. Oh, years ago. This is when I was really struggling for it. And the complaints that I'd get, right? The complaints that I'd get from customers, they were from the freebies. And it's like you get something for free and then you complain about it. Like, what the hell? But yeah, it's not nice. So in the same way, the universe is like, if you're doing that, if you're not noticing the success that you get, you're not being grateful for it, for what you have received from your old approaches or what you've been doing until now. Whether it's the inner changes that you've got from that, the lessons from it, or if it's the outer rewards that you've got from it, money from a job or something, skills that you've got from a job, connections that you've made in that job, or the job showing you that you're made for more than that. That whole tribe, your non-tribe showing you just where your light really is. And so, Joanna, get grateful for what has flowed to you, for the successes that you have had in your career, because that's going to attract more. Joao, friend, what you resist persists. So you asked about your career, and so maybe someone that you're working with, a colleague who's a friend of yours, maybe you're holding yourself to their level kind of thing by constantly trying to help them improve themselves instead of realizing what you're seeing in them. Maybe you've got a friend or something that wants to get a promotion or something like that, or wants to do something new, and you're constantly encouraging them instead of realizing they're showing you, like, you also want that too, so do it for yourself. Like, let go. Stop trying to help your friend out and do it for yourself. So if your friend wants like another job and you're trying to help them, it's like, maybe realize that you want a new job, that you're made for better things, and you should go for it. Or that promotion that they're going for, or whatever. Okay, Kwame's up next. Let's read all these other messages first. Yeah, I'm appreciating my worth and who I am. That's awesome, Nikki. Sometimes a tribe of people are good. Make sure that the tribe is worthy. Yeah, that's another thing too, isn't it? Warren, you got to make sure that they're worthy. The people that you're giving to are actually worthy of it. Now, everyone's worthy of receiving, but some people aren't worthy of your energy. So you might be wasting your energy trying to help people that aren't even asking for that help. This is closest to a tribe experience I get these days. Oh, yeah, exactly. So this is a tribe experience too. Good point. My cafe tribe, my psychic cafe tribe. It's growing. It's good. I'm enjoying it. My cafe tribe. What a shame Chad didn't show up today. Adat. Yes. Hello, Adat. The cat is better for you. Forget those kooky island men. Adat says true that. Nikki, same here, please, about career. Yeah. I knew within a few hours of starting my new job I was going to start my business sooner rather than later. Yeah, which I've been putting off for quite a while, Nikki. So yeah, it's like the people that are around you show you that you're not on their level, right? And it pushes you in that direction. And that's something to be really grateful for, hey? Maybe a tourist for a fast food takeout. A tourist. Oh, I'm not interested in the tourists either, hey? Even more so. I found an old genie bottle, and if I pop the cork, genie will pop out and grant me 3 wishes. I'd like to know beforehand what's a wish. Okay, your reading is coming up right after this. So Guame first, career path. And in fact, everyone's is, isn't it? And then it's Nikki. So Guame. Career path. Okay, prostitution now. Sex and mirror reflection. Career. Okay, so you know how this was about, some of the energies today were about being your authentic self, and how sometimes it's about changing your approach and sometimes it's about being more of your authentic self, right? So sometimes it's that you need to do something different within your career or business or whatever. Sometimes it's that you need to be someone different. And so when we're talking about career, other aspects of yourself make an impact in that, right? And so say I was doing this and I was like extremely obese, not looking after my health at all, completely ignoring that. Maybe I was doing this and hadn't healed myself and was completely had no confidence. All of that's going to impact, right? Impact on what I'm doing. And so every aspect of your life impacts on it. And so who are you being around relationships? And you've got the mirror card, so it's like you've got people around you showing you. You know how I said sometimes you can see it in a friend more? So, you can be helping someone, a colleague, to try and get that promotion and not even realizing that you want the promotion and doing it for yourself. Or, encouraging someone to go and, leave the job that you're in and go and pursue their dreams and do what they really want to do. And you're trying to help them to do it, but you want to do something else too. Or, you've got a friend who keeps on getting into the wrong kind of relationships and they're not realizing that their approach is like completely the opposite of what they're looking for. And so, it's relationships are impacting you and your career more than you think. That's, have you read, what's it called? That really famous book? Old book about abundance, about money. That big one. What's it called? I've got it on my Kindle. You know the one I mean? It's really, really old. It's written by a guy who interviewed a lot of rich and successful people, and he wrote this book. I can't believe it. I can't even remember what it's called. Come on, Kindle. Think and Grow Rich. Thank you. I need someone to know what I was talking about. Think and Grow Rich, there's a chapter in that about sex, and it's really important. Yeah. Some people skip over that when they're talking about it afterward, but it is really important. It's like, are you going to be really successful if your relationships, your personal relationships, are all fucked up? No. Because it all impacts your energy, right? Guame. Yeah. So this is about, up until now, clans, letting go of the past, letting go of what you've been doing, letting go of your approaches. So your personal life, your relationships, that's having more of an impact than you think. So focus on that and raise yourself up in that area. I'm not being around relationships at the moment. It's been something I've always wanted, but the resources haven't lined up so that I can focus on it previously. Yeah, it's a good book. It is a good book, Think and Grow Rich. I do think you might be right, though, about a new romance may well happen here. Ooh, he's not here yet, but maybe he'll show up on 22/11. Oh, yeah, I did pick that up in a reading, didn't I, Nikki? That love was there for you. But that could have been love for yourself too, sometimes it's not about someone else. Okay, Nikki's next about career. Power numbers. I don't. Yeah. Great cards for you, Nikki. New beginning, you're on track. Yeah, you're on track to that. So really trust, you are where you are at the moment, and trust that. There's things there for you that are leading you to this new beginning. As you said, you realize your business is what it's about. But yeah, there'll be more there for you as well. You're on track to it, so don't worry. And it's about letting go too and softening and opening. You don't need to be in control. And it's so much easier if you release the controls and let your higher self tell you, show you, like lead you to where you want to go. It's like a lot of people. This was like years ago when I was leaving Byron Bay because my business was getting more and more successful, and the people who were around, they just weren't my tribe. And so I moved away from it. But then people were calling me up, like people that I used to work with, like healers and readers and stuff. They were calling me up saying, "Wow, you're so successful. Like, what? How did you do it? Like, what did you do? Did you, so you set up your website and your Facebook page or whatever?" And it's like, well, yeah, I did that, but what I actually did was I followed my guidance, right? I didn't set out to try and create those things. I wasn't in control of it. I didn't think what I'd really like is an online business doing readings. It wasn't my idea. It came to me through my higher self, right? I was led to it. And so in that same way, you'll be led. You don't need to decide what it is that you want. Just surrender. Open yourself up to being led to what is best for you, and just keep on following that guidance. Keep on taking that next step, Nikki. When you are guided to, remember the energies for today. It was meditating before you take that physical action, just to make sure you're not struggling. Also to let go of that control, and to make sure that the action that you're taking is divinely guided. It's from your higher self. It's their idea, not your idea, because our ideas suck. Really, they do. Compared to our higher self's ideas. Like, if I hadn't followed all this guidance to get me into this business and where I am now, even to where I am now, physically located on this island, life would suck. Kwame said it way before you said it. What? I'm not being around relationships. Oh, that comment before I did the reading. Is that what you're saying? So you said, Kwame, you said about the relationship thing before I did the reading. That's cool. Yeah, well, maybe you need to be. Maybe you need to open up to that. And that Think and Grow Rich book, the sexual energy is really powerful. And this is what I know about it from doing energy healings on people. And when I find this energy stuck in that area, is that it's deeply connected with your creativity, right? Your sexual energy is deeply connected to your creativity. And so think about successful actors, actresses. I guess they're all called actors now, aren't they? It shouldn't be sexist. Think about successful musicians, right? Those ones that are really in the flow. They're there up on stage, everyone falls in love with them, right? They've got this sexual energy about them. That's when they're in the flow with their creativity. And it's not just people that are on stage, like you can see it. We recognize it in actors, we recognize it in musicians and maybe sports stars, right? And because they're the ones that we're seeing, they're the ones that are, on TV or whatever in the media. So we see that, and we see that they've got the sexual energy out there. But we don't necessarily see it when we go down the 7-Eleven and someone's in the flow. But we do, right? You can go to a restaurant, right, and fall in love with the waiter at the restaurant who's being completely creative and is in the flow, right? And so you can feel it in other people, that sexual energy, when they're being creative, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be a big famous creativity thing. And so it goes hand in hand. Is like when you're shining, that sexual energy is out there. But if you are stopping yourself from being in relationships, like I am at the moment, stopping yourself from that sexuality, it's like resisting. Your card came up about the resistance, Kwame, what you're resisting. So yeah, resisting that has an impact the other way. If you know what I mean. So if you're not pursuing relationships, if you're not balancing yourself up, just like if you were working all the time and not having any fun, not having a private life, you're not balanced, and so there's something missing in your energy. It's just going to take away from your business stuff too. So that's you, Nikki. Kwame's psychic. Hi Yvonne, how are you? Yes. That book is sitting right here and keeps on showing up for me. Oh, really? The book keeps coming. Yeah, it's got, and it's a book that you can read over and over again and get something new from it. Like, the first time you read it, that chapter on the sexuality might not even register, or some of the others, and you read it again based on your energy right now where you're at, and you pick up something else from it. The stuff that's right for you. It's like a reading. Like people say that about my readings as well. That's why it's so good that they're written, is because you get that PDF and you read through it, and then everyone tells me they read through it like 2 weeks later or a month later or even a year later, and they read things that they didn't even think were in it the first time that they read it, and they get like new guidance from it. Who else wants a reading? So yeah, read that book. Warren, read it again. Maybe I should read it again. No, can't be bothered. Not for me at the moment. This cafe is excellent, thank you. And yeah, the coffee is pretty good too. Think and Grow Rich, Yvonne. Have you read it? It's a very old book. A guy that, I can't even remember who wrote it now. Can't remember anything this morning. But he interviewed a lot of successful people, and then he compiled it all into a book. And it's really good. It's really good. So he kind of compiled all of the important things, all of the things that were similar with what people said that are very successful. It's like a success guide for life as well. It's not just about money. You could read it about anything. Oh, that's freaky. See, a message popped up from Warren there, and it's not popped up on my phone. It's true, when you're shining, the chi or ki is glowing and glowing bright and flowing, and sex all the time, as you're so horny and need an outlet. Yeah, you do. You feel that sexual energy when stuff is going right. Like I remember a successful project back in my corporate days, and feeling that like something great happened, or what my part in it, I did something amazing in this project. And I had that feeling. Suddenly I felt like really intimately close with everyone that I was working with. I was working in IT, so it was all guys too. And I felt that sexual energy. And it was like, I think the first time that I'd really felt it like that, from when I was in that flow. And it was bizarre to me in that work situation. Like, imagine being around all these suits. Imagine me being around all those suits and feeling that. I was like, what is this? My phone's not showing me that message. The wiser self becomes discerning. I know why. It's been hidden because you put sex in it. Oh, you naughty boy. Talking about sex? That's wrong. YouTube says no, no, no. Wiser self becomes discerning. But YouTube, it showed on my computer, so I read it out to everyone. So, who else wants a reading? Don't forget to click like on this video, by the way. It really helps because YouTube will show more people. And today I'm going to be doing November readings for each star sign. I don't want one. Do you want it about work too? I don't. I've been in this job for a long time for you. Just playing it up. But you've got business. Hey, you've got a business coming up too, your own business, and you're moving forward on that. Yeah. Right, okay. So based on our conversation this morning, Odette, this is connected with it, and it's connected with your business. Sabotage and reach out. Right. You know how you did the mum thing? So for everyone else, she was trying to steal mum and ex by telling him to let go, telling him that he needs to get help, telling him what to do, right? And it's like, you're still trying to be a mum to him. So what is it in you that wants to do that, that wants to reach out and help us, that wants to be the mum to them, right? Because that's going to sabotage you in your business. And a lot of healers have this sabotage. They'll start off their healing business and they totally fuck it up because they're trying to be mum to everyone. They're trying to look after people that are not looking after themselves. They're trying to help people that won't reach out for help. It's like they're trying to preempt it. You'll just get a whole lot of customers that can't give you anything back, that aren't customers. You get a whole lot of needy people and you'll end up being a mum to everyone. That's a sabotage that you've got going on. And so you've been shown it now, right? In private life. So this isn't, who else was I reading for? Joanne. Similar kind of thing. That's how your personal life can impact your business or your career. And you don't even realize that you're doing, the way you do stuff is the way you do everything. Yeah, November star signs. I think I'm going to do it like the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Yeah, so stop that, because if you start your business in that, like I did, I started my business when I was like that. It's really hard. You end up with not just like a lot of needy people, it's just a big drain and you get fuck all from it. It's not a business. That's not a business, right? And so I grew from that and I learned to only help those people that came to me for help, which is great because then you just help people that pay you. And me doing this now is completely different, because what I used to do was like hang around on social media or whatever. And then when someone said that they'd got a problem, I'd like leap on in there and then try and help them, and then get disappointed that they didn't get a reading with me. It's like, you don't pounce on people, tell them what's wrong with them and try and help them. Just help those that come to you. So this is free and easy for me because I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not like seeking out people, trying to find out what's messed up with them and help them. But you've also got, you know what to create, right? So don't let that sabotage, like you can be working on that sabotage right now, but don't let that stop you from creating this new thing. You know what it is? It's your website. You're already moving forward. You've had that already, yeah. The two can go hand in hand, and it's perfect when they do. So you're doing the inner work, you're sorting out your sabotages and the stuff that you've got going on in your inner world, and then you're taking action on your business too. And it goes like that. And the other way that people sabotage is like they wait until they're ready, so they don't take action because they think they can do this, and then do like one action and it's going to be really successful. Or they don't do any of that. They take action. I like there's a lot of people doing that. Like, take action. They're not sorting themselves out at all, and they don't get what they want from it. So that blend of taking action and sorting yourself out, you can do it at the same time. So don't be scared to take that action. Get that website created. A lot of people read their sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. Is there any benefit in doing this, or does it confuse the info? For me personally, it confuses me when I do that. The more readings I look at, the more it confuses me. But it depends too. Like, it depends how much information is in it. Like, I used to watch Colette Baron Reid's videos, and I still do occasionally. She's more teaching people how to read now, and so her weekly readings aren't really on point like they used to be, because she's using it as a teaching method instead. But to me, anyway. But she's also started doing the star sign thing, but she just picks a card and spends like less than a minute talking about it for each star sign. And so because there's such little information in that, then I'll listen to all three, which is easy for me because she does them in order: Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I'm Aries moon, Taurus sun sign, Gemini rising, and then I can switch it off, not listen to the rest of it. Yeah, so it depends. It's like my readings have got a lot of information in them, like that. Those soulmate readings, there's a lot of information there, and so I'd say not for something like that. I was born around 2 a.m. and largely identify with my moon sign more than my star sign. I was born in a Mercury retrograde, and I quite like Mercury retrogrades. I think that's a common thing too. Mercury retrogrades for me are like going within, and I like that. I like that energy. Nikki, I'm Virgo sun, but my Sagittarius moon is very strong, more than my sun sign. Yeah, and so for things like soulmate readings, it might be that you want to check out your Venus more than your sun sign. I go off my sun sign a lot, really. But yeah, you might want to do that. Or your moon, moon's about intuition and feelings, isn't it? So your moon is probably good for a soulmate reading, but then again, you said that your sun sign really connected with you, so whatever gets the information to you that you need. Use your intuition on it. Does anyone else want a reading? Oh, it's been an hour already. Wow. I'm just thinking, I've got the include lovers card for myself. And it doesn't necessarily mean go out with a random guy that's into me. I've got so many guys after me at the moment, it's ridiculous. I'm just so not interested. And then I've got my ex telling people that I'm his wife. What the hell? We haven't been together for months. It's delusional. It's gone really fast. I know it does when you're having fun. It goes really fast when you're having fun. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because it has been an hour and I've got a lot of talking to do today with all of these videos I'm going to make. I might just do half of them, but yeah, check it out. Check it out. They'll be popping up on my YouTube channel. I also sorted it all out yesterday as well. Sorted my YouTube channel out, so I made playlists so you can find things easier. So playlists for each star sign, so it's like Aries readings, Taurus readings. Then there's there's a new moon readings, there's a full moon readings, there's a daily reading playlist, there's a weekly reading playlist, and so you can find stuff easier. So yeah, there will be a new playlist called monthly readings. You'll be able to find the November one in there. Or for your star sign playlist, it'll be in there too. None you fancy. There is one that I fancy. There's one that I'm really attracted to and was when I first saw him. It's not right for me, but I do like him. I do like him. He's not the right guy for me. Do I really want to go there? No, the answer is no. I don't really want to go there. Not even for a bit of light relief. But yeah, what I was going to say is that it's actually the guy that I want who is coming into my life. It's his birthday today too, and I am going to send him a message this afternoon because he won't be awake until this afternoon with where he is in the world at the moment. And so I include him because he's the one for sure. It's not right. No, the guy here is not right for me. It's a lot of fun. I like him. We've got a communication problem. His English isn't very good. My Thai isn't very good. I can't say more than that because Yvonne's on here. You might know who he is. Or maybe you don't know who he is, Yvonne. But he's the one that organises the cockfighting on the island. He's quite a character. I was training with him yesterday. In fact, he's one of my trainers. And that's another thing. It's like I can't go out with any more trainers there. It's getting way too complicated. My genie wants out of the bottle. Oh, Warren, I didn't hear you. Oh, God. Sorry. What should Warren's wishes be when he gets his genie bundle? Okay, I'm picking 3 cards out for your 3 wishes. Right, first up, respect. So your first wish should be for respect. Your second wish should be for fulfillment. That's a top one, isn't it? Like if you wish for fulfillment, then that's going to make everything else happen, isn't it? And thirdly, Warren, believing in yourself. So it's like reaching your potential. It's like breaking through limitations and reaching your potential. Ask for those 3 things and you'll have everything, Warren. Can't believe I forgot about you. Does everyone forget about you? Oh, with other pages I subscribe to, the playlists are listed on the home page. I don't really know why. I'm just learning. So is the one you really like Ty? No, he's not. He's American. Anyway, enough of that. He watches my videos. I can't say anymore. I don't reckon he'll watch to the end of this though, so I think I'm pretty safe. Okay, thanks for everyone coming along. Remember, click like on this video, and also now I've got over the 500 subscribers mark. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then tell someone else that might like it, because if all of those 500 tell one person and they subscribe, I'll be at my 1,000 super fast. And then look out for your month ahead reading, which will be popping up sometime soon on my YouTube channel. Thanks for coming along, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.